able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. Look, up in the sky, it's a bird.
It's a plane.
It's
Super Harry!
Yes, it's
Super Harry. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Leilani of Barbados. As you all know, Harry has popped in to London to see his father, who has just been diagnosed with cancer. Well, the first thing that occurred to me was, why couldn't Harry have done this like he did Jamaica? I mean, I am still in shock about Jamaica. As you know, I did a video on it. I was truly stunned that he showed up to Jamaica. There was no way we would have known that he was coming there. He did not do any PR for it. He could have done the same thing going to see his father. He could have kept it very private. This should have been a time that he kept everything on his worldwide privacy tour very private. Go and see your father quietly. By now you must know that as soon as Buckingham Palace released a statement about King Charles's cancer scare that's going on right now, Harry immediately, everything was leaked. The sources were saying he was having phone calls with him. He's on his way over there. Why would you not do that privately? Just for the sake of clarity, I created a timeline of events leading up to Harry's 24-hour visit to see his father in the UK. Starting on the 17th of January 2024, Buckingham Palace announces that King Charles was seeking treatment for an enlarged prostate. The palace stressed that the condition was benign. On the 19th of January, Harry receives his Legends of Aviation Award in Beverly Hills, California. I want to add here that everyone was speculating that Harry would have jetted off straight away to the UK after receiving this award, but it never happened. The 21st of January, a rumor is put out by a source close to the Sussexes that Harry and Meghan sent get-well messages to King Charles and Catherine. This was never confirmed. On the 23rd of January, Prince Harry and Meghan make a surprise visit to Jamaica for a Bob Marley movie premiere. I just wanted to add a little side note here again. The crowd in Jamaica did heckle Harry and Meghan, including saying the F word at them. People told them to F off. They were not well received. What were they doing there? They could have been in England. They could have been with King Charles as he received his results. That's what they should have been doing. But it was so important that they go there instead of to see King Charles. On the 26th of January, after being very open about his condition, King Charles checked into hospital for an enlarged prostate. That was so wonderful that the king was open about his condition, because there was 1,000% increase of traffic to the webpage regarding prostate on the NHS's website. 1,000% increase is making a big difference in the world. On the 29th of January, King Charles is discharged from hospital, and we also see him strutting with Camilla here, looking very well. Still no sign of Harry. I mean, could he have been driving the car? Could he have walked his father out or helped, to get his luggage? I mean, there's so many times that Harry could have popped up that would have been more genuine than him popping up here at this late stage. And the backlash is real. All over social media, people have been commenting, is he mic'd? Is he camera crewed? Is there a sound man, a grip man? Like, what is he traveling with? Is this a Netflix documentary? Is this to fulfill the 100,000? Or sorry, 100,000, what am I saying? I'm so poor. 100 million contract. People are talking about these things because it's the first thing that comes to your mind, because you just weren't there when you should have been. On the 31st of January, Queen Camilla says the king is, quote, getting on and doing his best, end quote, at her visit to Maggie's cancer support. I must tell you that I got a little bit suspicious when I heard her say that, okay? That just seemed, even for the British culture, a little bit too underwhelming a statement to make by Queen Camilla. Is getting on? Doing his best? Like, girl, you could have been like, he's doing well. I guess we should have known. On the 5th of Feb, Buckingham Palace announces that King Charles has cancer and will receive outpatient treatment. I think I'd like to insert here crickets from Harry still. Yeah, Harry's still not in the UK. He's not got there yet. Okay. Now, I haven't read the statement as yet. I'm sure a lot of you have, but let's read it together, please, for my benefit. Thank you. During the King's recent hospital procedure for benign prostate enlargement, a separate issue of concern was noted. Subsequent diagnostic tests have identified a form of cancer. His Majesty has today commenced a schedule of regular treatments, during which time he has been advised by doctors to postpone public-facing duties. Oh, I just want to say one thing really quickly, sorry. How nervous must those surgeons have been? Like, it's the king! I mean, I couldn't do it, that's for sure. Anyway, postpone public-facing duties throughout this period. His Majesty will continue to undertake state business and official paperwork as usual. He has not chosen to take on counselors. He wants to do all the work himself, and so he's opting out of taking on help. I mean, that's very admirable. He's a very hard worker, obviously. The king is grateful to his medical team for their swift intervention, which was made possible thanks to his recent hospital procedure. Okay. He remains wholly positive about his treatment and looks forward to returning to full public duty as soon as possible. Yeah, I think that's really important to remain positive. His Majesty has chosen to share his diagnosis to prevent speculation, in the hope it may assist public understanding for all those around the world who are affected by cancer. I mean, we're obviously going to speculate. Like, let's have a poll here. This is a safe space where we can speculate on the Leilani of Barbados channel. And I think this is such an important event in our lives. And we have also had, I'm sure, in our lives, secondhand, third-hand, whatever experience with cancer of loved ones. What I think we should do is put on the comments, what kind of cancer do you think he has? If they went into the prostate to do a procedure on the enlarged prostate, what in that area do you think the cancer could be when it comes to King Charles? And then I will do a poll after I've read all your comments of the top 3 results. You know, the top 3 guesses. I'm going to start off with saying I think it might be a bladder cancer, and that's perhaps me being wishful thinking because I know bladder cancer. Let me just look up. So the 5-year relative survival rates for bladder cancer are as follows: 97% for carcinoma in situ of the bladder alone, abnormal cells found in the tissue lining the inside of the bladder; 71% for localized bladder cancer in the bladder only. So these are very good percentages of survival. Oh, and it looks like I have company in my speculation.
We're told it's not prostate cancer, so the most likely site is the bladder, or even the tube connecting the bladder to the outside world that goes through the prostate, called the urethra.
But don't let that sway the vote. Everyone, you decide what you think it could be. Because I do think it's important that King Charles, this is a very big moment in history, and I think that however we want to work through it, however we want to talk about it, to vent about it, to discuss it, it's all for the good. Okay, so tell me your stories and what you think. But also on the 5th of Feb, sources close to Prince Harry announced that he will be going to see his father in the UK. So no jumping on private jets and just arriving places without telling anybody like you normally do. You definitely had to announce this one, right? On the 6th of Feb, Harry flies from LAX to London and visits King Charles at Clarence House for 30 to 40 minutes. Meghan remains in Montecito, where it's flooding. Doesn't she want her children, whatever they are, to go and see King Charles? It's their grandfather. He's been ill and he's the king. Sorry. Getting back to the timeline. On the 6th of Feb, King Charles leaves London by helicopter to Sandringham. So immediately after the visit with Prince Harry, King Charles is like, smell you later. Like he's out of there. And I guess you have to be invited to Sandringham in the case of Prince Harry, and he knew that he wasn't invited, so he didn't go. I mean, that shouldn't be a surprise. Prince Harry was not even invited to stay on the property of Windsor Castle. He had to stay in a hotel, girl. Shout out to this reporter Nika Shaknazarova. She's been on it like a bonnet, girl. She has been reporting on every step of this Harry debacle. Sandringham might have had a bad taste in his mouth because, you know, that's the whole Sandringham with Meghan Markle saying that she needs security to go to Sandringham. Otherwise, she can't go there. And then there's that whole lawsuit over that particular event because the newspapers wrote about it, and Harry didn't like that the newspapers wrote about the fact that Meghan was demanding security for Sandringham. Oh, on the 6th of Feb, Prince William says he has no plans to see Prince Harry either. One's gone to Sandringham, one says he has no plans to see you. What's a guy to do? Well, on the 7th of Feb, Prince Harry leaves the UK and returns to LA. And as expected, the photographers were out there to catch him returning home to LA because he's intent on merching every bit of his father's illness. I'm of the opinion, it is unpopular opinion, I'm sure. I think Meghan should have gone there with the children, Archie and Lily, and she should have let Harry go with the children to his father's side and spend that time with his father. You never know what can happen. Cancer is a thing that we all do not know what can happen with, and this time is so precious and so important that they spend that time with him. Shut your mouth. Don't say anything. Nobody would even have to know that she was there, really, the way she can move, apparently, according to how she moved in Jamaica. Meghan Markle is a coward. She is throwing rocks and hiding her hands. She said the most atrocious things about them. And now that it has come to this, she can't even manage to support her husband. He supported her. He sat there. He was very uncomfortable doing it. And I think he was absolutely lying for her in her time of trial. And she cannot find her way there to just support him. It would have looked so good. It would have also proved to us that she can do something without a PR motive secretly and just support her husband, be a real wife, be a real mother, which is all she ever wanted away. And she could be there and then she wouldn't have to make money off of it. And that would have been a really, I don't think anyone would have taken that badly if she had done that. But no, she's a coward, so she stayed back in California. People were saying, oh, she wouldn't dare step into the United Kingdom again. United Kingdom never did anything to her. She did it to them. So anyway, that's really all I have to say about it. Meghan Markle, if you can be such a bully, if you can be such a... Why can't you handle any kind of heat? If you can dish it out, you should be able to receive it. My camera literally died when I said that because my camera was like, girl, bye, go, finish now. Okay, I love you all so much. I cannot finish until I tell you that. And please don't forget to subscribe, press the bell notification if you like this very unhinged video. You know, I think it's something that we should talk about. Please put down in the comments, like I said, what do you think he has? What type of cancer, if you know anything about those things. And we will do a poll and we will see if that helps us to deal with this situation. Okay, because he is being very open about it and I think we should too. All right, I love you so much and you know that. Bye.